Hi, my name is Todd Gaugler, and welcome to the Schnitzler Mansion. So I'm not really sure when the Schnitzlers actually moved to Wichita, but Henry's father, Fritz, came to Wichita and opened up the first saloons in Wichita. And in fact, his saloon is in Cowtown, a replica of it there. We have the pictures of the interior back when it was finished in 1911. And I was able to track down the family and purchase a lot of the furniture. So the pictures that you see here, we have the original furniture as well for the house. All the woodwork and all of the light fixtures, except for 3, are completely original. And so this is really a time capsule from 1911. So the walls and the ceilings have what they call filigree. It's carved plaster, and when the house was originally built, the Schnitzlers had a man come in from Denver and he carved it all by hand. So you can see it throughout the ceilings and the walls, and to our knowledge it's the only house in Wichita that still has that. So this room was the library, and this room that we're sitting in here was the original parlor. So Mrs. Schnitzler would greet her guests at the door and then come in here and sit down, and then they could spend their evenings in the library. And from the library we go into the dining room. All the woodwork and, again, all the light fixtures are all original. And Mrs. Schnitzler had the chandelier brought in from Czechoslovakia. And I'll take you upstairs now. When we took possession of the house, the walls were pretty cracked in a lot of places. It wasn't to the original paint colors. I had to paint all of that by hand, so it took me 2 years to do all of the original gold inlay. We'll go up to the 3rd floor ballroom and servants' quarters. And then we go into the 3rd floor ballroom. And this is our next project, is to restore this room. Again, all the light fixtures are original. And when this was Esther Hall, there were about 10 to 12 girls living up here at any given time. During World War II and into the 50s, this house was a dormitory for girls. It was owned by the Methodist Church, and it was called Esther Hall. And there was about 30 to 35 girls living in the house at one time. They would have live music here, and then they would also have the Victrola. So just give it a crank.
Did this require any restoration?
Nope. How you see it is how it was back in the early 1900s. We've been very fortunate. It's actually a pretty quiet neighborhood for us. And when you're in this house, the walls are so thick that you really don't even notice the traffic or any noise. The only time we will get any noise is when a semi-trailer truck comes by at a really high rate of speed. Maybe we can kind of feel the house shake a little bit. And the occasional earthquake. On behalf of my family and I'd like to thank you for taking the time to tour the Schnitzler Mansion today. And until next time.